Hey guys, Dino here, just out and about on a Saturday morning. I'm just here at the Arataki Visitor Centre car park, just off Scenic Drive. So today's ride will be Scenic Drive, riding from Titirangi through to Swanson. So it's about 25k in length. I've had to take a slight detour. The first section through Titirangi, the road's closed at the moment. So I've made it through to the car park. So I'll start my ride from here. There is another section coming up where the road's closed, but I'm going to go down and just explore, and I'll have to detour around that part. And I'm just taking the highlights of Scenic Drive, West Auckland. Beautiful scenic road, great for motorcyclists, through the native bush. So got a few little highlights along the way, so stick with me and let's get on the way. If you haven't been up here before, it's definitely worth a visit. Get quite a nice view up on the decks there, up in the visitor centre. There's a lot of history and information about the whole area, so I definitely recommend calling in here. And if you are going to start the Scenic Drive, this would be the end. I recommend you start from Titirangi and go through to Swanson. Alright, so just pulling out of the car park and onto Scenic Drive. So right is Titirangi, left is, oh, I see they've got the detour in place already. So, well, there you go, didn't have to go far. Just pull out and the road's closed. No access to Piha, okay. Road closed. Alright, well this hasn't, if you follow me on my channel, hasn't stopped me before. Generally if there's a fence across the road I won't go through, but I know further along they've definitely closed it off. So let's just go for a little tiki tour along here and see how far we get. Now I used to live out these ways years ago, so I do know the area quite well. If you're new to Auckland and you want to head out to the west coast, this would be the way you come. Not right on this road at the moment, you'd have to go via the detours. You've got some west coast beaches, it'll take you out to Piha, Karikari, Anufora. And if you watch one of my earlier videos, I've got a bit of footage of those west coast beaches out that way. This time last year we had a couple of big storms come through, so they're still working on the section of the road. A few big slips. Seems to be really just this south section of Scenic Drive. Once you get up past the PR turn-off up at Waitarua, if you're heading north towards Swanson, the road's pretty good along that section. Had a bit of rain early this morning, so the road's a little bit wet, can get pretty slippery. Certain sections that don't see a lot of sunlight with the bush, so just got to watch the road surface, especially in winter time. Looks like we're getting close to the end of the road. And here we go. Now I might even just get the drone up and just fly it through this short section just to get an idea of what they're actually doing down there. Rightio, so if you are looking at that drone footage, you may have seen a cyclist go through that section there. So that was a bit of a hard case, so I was getting my drone set up, ready to fly, and this old guy turned up on his push bike, on his road bike, and he wanted to get over this fence here, and I said, mate, there's a massive big hole there, I'm not sure if you're going to get through that. Oh, no, she'll be right, mate. So I said, yeah, all right, no worries. So I gave him a hand and picked up his bike and passed it over to him, and he managed to get around that fence just over there. And sure enough, he got through, so good on him. But don't think I'm going to get the Pan Am through there somehow. But that's okay, I'll go back through via Aotearoa up West Coast Road, and I'll head on up to Waitarua. Rightio, let's go. Now this is the route you're going to have to take if you are going to carry on along Scenic Drive. So if you had to backtrack back towards Titirangi Shore Road, there's a sign up there that now that says Piha. So this is a nice little motorcycle road down here. This will take you down towards Aotearoa, but there's a road coming up. I'll take you on a little detour that's a wee bit more scenic. Now this is Carter Road, so go left here. If you go straight ahead, you'll still go on to West Coast Road. Carter Road that we're on now, this will also link up to West Coast Road, but a bit further along. It's just a wee bit more scenic. Quite a few road cyclists out today. Got to be careful with those guys, they love to take up the whole lane. So that's not a bad view, so that's looking back up to pretty much where I had the drone footage up there, up in the hills. So that's the Waitakere Ranges up there. So now we're at the intersection of Carter Road and West Coast Road, so we're going to go left, and this will take us back up to Scenic Drive where we should be. So obviously if they weren't doing those roadworks, you wouldn't be coming this way. So just coming up to the intersection of Forest Hill Road and West Coast Road. Gets a wee bit windier as you're getting closer to the top, closer to Scenic Drive. I used to live just down there. So we're not far now from the Scenic Drive intersection. So this is Waitarua up here. So if you go left, that's the section where they've closed off the road, and we're going to go right, and now we're back on Scenic Drive, and we'll be able to stay on this road all the way through to Swanson. Got the intersection of Piha Road, so if you go left, that'll take you out to the West Coast beaches. So this is just a little bit of a taste of Scenic Drive. This is pretty much what you see is like this all the way through to Swanson. Just the road just going through native bush, nice and windy. So I'm not going to bore you with just continuous video of the road. So further along I will show you a little place we used to hang out when we were teenagers, a nice little lookout. Man, talk about over the centre line, buddy. So we've reached the summit. So this is Waitarua. That's the TV radio cell mast that you can see quite clearly from Auckland looking back up towards the ranges. I think this might be the highest point up here. So now we're at the Swanson end of Scenic Drive. Now here's a little lookout. We're going to go and check this out. Just got to be a bit careful coming up to this. You can go past. If you're going too fast, you can go past pretty quick. It's a bit hard to see. So a lot of memories up here when I was a teenager. Used to come up here on the weekends with my mates and do things that teenagers do. Had a lot of fun up here. Used to bring our motorcycles up here. I think back in those days I didn't even have gates. I think we could just come up any time of the night. But things have changed a wee bit since the good old days. This is a one-way setup, so you don't have to worry about cars coming down. So now this little bridge here, I'll take you up there and we'll go have a look at that. Used to do burnouts on that bridge in our cars. So you just got to watch this little intersection. So you got cars that are coming down. Used to be just a one-way system. You used to actually be able to come up to the summit here, you would drive back over that bridge and then head down, but they've closed that bridge off now, so you get to the top here where the car park is and you've actually got to go just back down again. There's no one up here today. Oh, look at all that rubber all over the car park. I don't think things have actually changed much since I was young. Now what do you reckon? Do we go up here? Don't see why not. So here's the trig. Have a quick look up here at the view. Right, what have we got? That's West Coast Beaches out there. Where would that be? That would be looking out towards Bethel's Beach, and then you've got Muriwai further north, and then south you'd have Piha down there. Let's turn the bike around and get a better look at the view. No need to get off unless I drop it. So there you go, that's looking back at the Auckland CBD. There's a harbour bridge over there, if you can make that out, Rangitoto. Yeah, the weather's not the best today, but it is what it is. I think you can see one of these dams just over here. There's 5 dams up in the ranges up here. This is one of them. Oh, you should be able to make that out. And there's a lot of bushwalks around here too. There's a walk that takes you to that dam. In fact, you can walk to all 5 of them. They're all scattered along Scenic Drive out west here. Wee bit of blue sky. Now let's go check out the bridge, the famous bridge, where all those memories are. Actually, what I might do is walk down first, because I know with me I'll get down there, won't be able to turn the bike around. So let's just leave this here. There's no one around. Just make sure I can get back up. It's not looking too bad. Grass is a bit wet, but should be okay. Oh no, she's slippery as I nearly slipped over. This part here will be slippery. I've got sort of more road tyres on my bike at the moment. Might be time for an upgrade on those tyres. Might get some chunkier ones with better tread. Yeah, I don't know about that, eh? She's pretty slippery, pretty slimy. 250 kg bike. I know what will happen with me, that's for sure. I don't need to ride down here. I'll give you the tour, walking tour. So this is the bridge. So it's actually got wooden boards. I think that's why it was so good for doing burnouts. Used to have a little Morris Minor 1000cc car. So yeah, so that was what we used to do. So drive across the bridge, stop here, do the burnouts, and then we'd just carry on down there and down the hill. Hasn't really changed. Alright guys, well there you go. So she's all doable. A lot of people don't actually know about this lookout because like I said earlier, you just hoon on past and you miss that turn off. I'll put up the name of it, can't quite remember what it's called now. She's slippery as I've only got sneakers on and nearly slipped over. Oh, I might stop and have a bit of a break and then carry on. Wouldn't mind getting a photo up there. That could be my thumbnail. What do you reckon we'll get up here? I think we can. Haha, she's slippery. Should do me. Okay guys, well that's about it for this video. It's not far now until we get to Swanson. There's quite a good little cafe actually in Swanson, just by the train station. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video of Scenic Drive. Just a heads up with the wet conditions, so definitely if the roads are wet, just take it easy. She is pretty slippery around some of those corners. Thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers!